Anything? Oh, hi, Kristan. How you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. It's so good to see you this morning.
You too. You too. What have you been up to?
Oh, man, what have I been up to? I've had an amazing week. I've got a brain overload. I've been in learning mode. I've been watching and learning things about stuff I thought I didn't have. You know, you do stuff every day as well, but I'm busy thinking, I don't have this. I don't think I can do this. And then I looked in files that I've had for over 10 years and went, would you look at that? I've actually been doing all this work for all these years, and where I am today has been accumulating and accumulating. So when I talk to people about life, I often talk about it being like a jigsaw puzzle. So I say what I've discovered last night was another part of my jigsaw puzzle. So it's been an awesome week. How about you?
Yeah, well, funnily you should say that, exactly the same. With basically touring around now to some of our providers for what I do, I've come to realise that a lot of what I've actually got in the background has actually fallen into place. So it's now putting face with name with information that I've had for years, and then basically just putting it all together like a brick in a wall. And then all of a sudden I've got half a wall, and I went, well, where did that wall come from? But it's not one that I need to push over. It's one that I actually need to build up. So, very, very similar to you, only on a pet side of things, not like an emotional or a human side of things.
It's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing what we have that we've been creating, that we don't even realise we're creating. So I think it's a wonderful power that is outside of us, that we're reaching for something and we don't even realise that we're putting the steps down to get to where we want to go. So what was the highlight for you this week?
Well, my highlight was basically going and visiting Lisa from Otway Prime and realising that I've actually had her in my grasp for so long and not even realised it, and then basically putting the two together and going, you know what, you are actually key to what it is that we're trying to develop here. So she does the human aspect of both animals, whether it be lamb or beef. And then what part of she also does is she also does through her pet mints, her offal, and the pet industry as well, which is exactly what we're all about, is the health and nutrition of both humans and pets. So she actually is a key cornerstone to both of them in the one business. And she's so readily available. And yet, you know, people need to realise this. So
is Lisa your neighbour or nearby? How did you come to find her driveway?
Well, Lisa, actually, I met down at Torquay Markets, which is where we've been for the last just over 12 months now. And Lisa, I've actually driven past her driveway a few times and gone, oh, I wonder who lives up there, and oh, I wonder where that goes, and I'd love to see the house that lives behind the hill that driveway actually goes up, because it's a fairly steep driveway. It's about this, you know, it's gradient like this. And then all of a sudden yesterday I actually got to find that out. And it was Lisa. And I went, oh my God, you've been here for how long? And I had no idea that the lady that I was working with at Torquay was also the lady that I went to visit yesterday as part of our, providers for Four Paws. So I've just gone, oh my God, that's just brilliant. And she really does. She hits the nail on the head with everything she does. Everything that they provide, just everything. It's awesome. I'll be working very closely with her later. Yeah, for sure.
Pets and helping people understand their pet, what they're feeding their pet. And then Lisa is into how you're feeding yourself as a human. Have I got that right there?
That's it. Wow. Perfect. So basically everything that she provides for the humans, whether it be the meat or even the offal for the humans, and the bones, and all of that kind of thing for the soups and the broths and all the good stuff, can be exactly the same for the animals. So it's not just you're buying meat for dinner, you're buying meat for your dog as well, because it's exactly the same stuff. Preservative-free, organic, farmed locally. So, you know, when we talk about the amount of time that meat or produce travels between farmer to market, it's literally only an hour, if that, every Saturday morning down at Torquay. So, yeah, that's Lisa yesterday for me was absolutely goldmine. So that was the highlight of my week. I was excited.
So, if we went back to us all being in little nappy skins and bare-chested, and we're running around, you know, as tribal people, and we're hunting, gathering, and all that good stuff, then our animals, which would be a food source to us, but we would also, no doubt, have some kind of pet in our tribe, if you like. Maybe that would predominantly have been dogs. So those dogs would be eating exactly the same thing that we are hunting and gathering, probably even down to the berries and things. But that means that what Lisa is doing, she's actually bringing back primal kinds of food to the way that we lived when everyone was much, much healthier. And sure, people were sure there wasn't technology, so, you know, the advancements, and you and I wouldn't be sitting here talking this conversation. What we are doing is pulling in the things that matter about how we once lived that can still be the way that we live, but we don't have to hunt and gather because we have people like Lisa who does gathering and sorting all in one place. But what you found, though, for yourself, Kristan, is that your beautiful dogs, mainly being Rottweilers, had all sorts of digestive issues and skin issues, and even, I believe, if I remember rightly, your lovely dog Rex even had behavioural issues.
Yes. That wasn't my doing. That was not my. That was a previous life, but yes, he did. And unfortunately, when you've got a hunting dog under you, you can't retrain them out of what they've been taught. And he had issues from day dot of when he was a rescue for somebody, rescue for me, but somebody else's dog. But unfortunately, Rex, he was a different kettle of fish. He couldn't or wouldn't eat raw meat. And I'm assuming that was because of his upbringing. Whereas Rosie, being the Rottie, she's got the allergies. And she suffers big time with these allergies. And over the years, I've just done my head in, really, trying to work out, you know, what it is that I've done wrong in order to set her allergies off. And I've come to realise that it may not even be me. It may just be the food that she's actually eating, which is all processed and pre-bought. And this is where Four Paws has grown from, or been birthed from, really, is the love of dogs and trying to get the best for them as you would yourself, but at the same time minimising the impact that you're going to be making on both your workload, your finances, and the quality of life for both you and your pets, whilst trying to work it all out. I mean, yes, there is testing that you can do, but the testing's like $1,000 plus. So I don't know how many people can just go, no worries, we'll just do a titer test or whatever it's called, you know, that they can send away to a laboratory and tell you exactly what's wrong with your dog. I don't know many people that can do that. I certainly can't. So, I just work it out myself. And Lisa is one of these perfect examples of exactly what you just said. She's going back to the old school way to bring it forward into the modern day, and then basically giving everybody the best of both worlds. So, so everything
just talking about there is literally thousands, probably more than thousands, of parents who have got babies, because you're talking about Rosie from having her as a pup. So when are having their babies presently, you know, as everyone knows, there was a big thing about peanut allergies and things with children, but there's been loads of allergies surfacing with kids from very, very small, even at infant status. So there's so many likenesses between our pups and our human pups, you know, our babies. That's incredible. And the same thing applies as what you've said there, Kristan, that if a parent wants to go and find out what the problem is with their child or their baby, they do actually have to fork out thousands of dollars. Sometimes
that's right.
will be reimbursed a little bit of through maybe the medical system. There are others that are not reimbursed, and it's as expensive as taking your dog to the vets. So we have pets with allergies, pets with behavioural problems, pets with anxiety, right from being a pup, and we now have children, babies, infants with allergies, with skin problems, with behavioural problems. In fact,
same thing.
Early this morning I saw a mum trying to put her toddler into a pusher, and what got my attention was the ear-piercing scream that was coming. And for anyone that knows me, they know that's a sound that I just go, get that child out of here. But, was trying to put this kid into the pusher, and the child was kicking up. And as the mum went past me, I said to her, apparently someone doesn't want to go shopping. And she said, no. And I said, oh, not a good start to the day, Mum. And she said, it starts every day like this. So you have puppies. I see people down the park with puppies that they can't control, that they're trying to get to a certain way or on the lead. And to me,
they don't want to walk, they don't listen, and you're screaming, oh my God. So, all right, Gwenda, well, I'm going to basically leave us here. And we can, what I'd like to do is actually continue this conversation with you another day. Because I reckon you've raised some really great points on behavioural issues, and it all basically comes back down to your gut health and what you're feeding your animals and your human animals, babies.
Kristan, it's been fantastic to talk to you, and we could talk about this all day. So let's do that. Let's have another chat in a few days. So until then, let's make a time, maybe a couple of weeks, and I'll catch up with you again.
Okay, sounds good. No worries.
See you for now.